This is Bobby Roode from Impact Wrestling, and you're listening to the Michael and Dando Show.
And now we are joined on the line by one of the hottest stars in professional wrestling today. He's the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion and is currently in Australia to partake in the first official TNA fan party in Sydney this Saturday. I'm, of course, talking about Bobby Roode. Bobby, thanks for your time, man, and how's things?
Things are better than ever. What can I say? I'm on top of the world, TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
How long have you been in Australia for?
About 12 hours. I just landed this morning. It was a long flight, but I'm here now and enjoyed the day. So, it's a beautiful country. I can't wait to see more of it.
Any drop bear attack yet?
Any what?
Any drop bears attacked yet?
No, nothing yet. So far, so good.
Yeah, no, because I do know that's a big thing. I guess the rest of the world sees us as just crazy for having all these, ridiculous animals that live here, but they're quite harmless. I've been living here for 23 years and nothing, so you should be fine.
I haven't seen one animal yet, but I'm hoping to see some. Actually, it's one of the things I'm hoping to see. I want to see a kangaroo. Yeah,
they come out at night.
Yeah,
you got to watch out for them, though. Don't back them into a corner.
Come on, I'm the champ.
Have you brought the heavyweight title with you, man?
Are you kidding me? Of course. It doesn't leave my side.
What are those things like? Are they like? Is it really, really heavy, or?
Oh, it's way too heavy. I mean, it's literally, I'm not lying when I say it's probably about 25, 30 pounds.
So if he's saying that's heavy, it would probably kill you if you took it.
Do you get to take them everywhere, like everywhere you go? Like when you lose the title, eventually, if you ever do lose it, not saying that you will.
You're already saying I'm going to lose it. I've only had it for a week and a half.
Do you get to keep that title and they make a replica for the next champion, or does it carry on?
No, I think that actually we have two world champion titles. One is used for live events, and one is used for strictly TV and pay-per-view purposes. And I actually have the TV pay-per-view one with me in Australia right now. The real deal is with me right now. But no, I don't believe that there's any replica. I mean, they may make replicas. I don't know of it. I'm not aware of it. This is all fresh and new to me. So I'll let you know if and when I lose it.
No, so I got to say, like, I was watching Bound for Glory because we talked to Kurt about a week before Bound for Glory, and he was talking about, how exciting it was going to work for you. You were one of the best in the world, better than Shawn Michaels, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, he's going to win. It's a lock. There's no way he's going to lose this match. And then it just didn't happen. What happened there? Well,
you don't count your chickens before they hatch. Popular saying over in North America. It was one of those things that it just didn't happen. You can never, like I said, it's one of those things. Keep the people guessing. You never, a lot of people thought I was going to win. I wanted to win. I thought I was going to win. Things changed. It didn't happen. But, I picked myself back up, got another opportunity, another shot at the title, and I cashed in, and I'm proud of it.
Because there was some clues there, not to break down any walls, but we'd heard you were going to be in Australia, and then a little bit later we heard, oh no, the champion's going to be in Australia. So we're like, okay, 2 and 2 together, this equals 4. Right. Was it at any stage set in stone, or is it just kind of free fluid over there at Impact or TNA?
Things obviously change. I mean, I can't go into detail, but I mean things literally change. At a drop of a hat. I mean, anything can change it. I mean, there was talk of me coming over here. There was talk of Kurt coming over here. There was all different types of things going on. So I didn't really know until literally probably the last minute that I was definitely coming over here. So I'm here now, and I got the belt with me. So I guess you can go with that.
What is it like not knowing how a match is going to go, like the result until the night of the match? Like you said, plans change at the last second. Is that hard to take, or?
No, I mean it's something that you get used to in this business. I've been around for 13 years. It's not the first time things like this have happened. Things change a lot. Especially when you're dealing with I've been involved in live TV, live pay-per-views. Things change a lot. I mean, not just the endings of matches. I mean, the start of matches, different matchups. Guys get hurt. Guys miss their flights. Things like that. You always got to be on your feet. I mean, the lineups on the show can change. I mean, you could be sixth on the show, and all of a sudden you're first. You always got to be ready, and things change all the time. So it's just part of the business, the learning experience, and you just kind of go with the flow. If you're a professional, you just adapt to it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of guys that are hurt, how's James Storm going? I heard he's got a concussion. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks or something.
Oh, really? That's a shame. I wonder who did that.
So, but proud of your handiwork there.
Yeah, what can I say?
You're filming 4 weeks of TV in December. What are your thoughts about TNA potentially going on the road more often in 2012?
I think it's a priority. For us to get away from the impact zone is something that I think that is needed for our company to grow a little more, and it gives us a fresh feeling on TV. It's always nice to turn the TV on and see, the tapings come out of bigger arenas like the ones we did in Huntsville, Knoxville, and the one recently in Macon, Georgia that you'll see this coming Saturday night on Fuel TV at 8:30. It was taped in Macon, Georgia, so it's a really cool atmosphere. And honestly, as an entertainer, as a wrestler, most shows, it gives you a different feel, more excitement, kind of gets you more in the zone, and I think not just speak for myself, but everybody in the locker room. I think we just give that much more when it's a different crowd outside the impact zone.
Yeah, I think the fans definitely really do enjoy it when you're travelling. I mean, I know every time any form of wrestling is in Australia, I completely and utterly mark out. Does it put any form of stress on the home life, you being gone for long periods of time?
It does, but I put the stress on myself. I got a great supportive family. Thank God for technology, Skyping and stuff like that. So, I put myself on a bit of a guilt trip every time I leave, especially on long trips like this. But, once I'm gone, once I'm here and I'm working, the time actually flies by. And, it actually, the relationship that I have at home, it's actually healthy, being gone and coming back. It's different, and sometimes it's not that enjoyable. But, like I said, if you got the support at home, it means everything in the world.
Do you think if it ever came like somewhere down the track that you'd be required to be on the road full time, do you think you could adapt to that?
Well, I think so. I mean, right now, literally, the last couple of years, James and I have been on the road on pretty much every live event that this company's had. We're on the road with media appearances and shows and international tours. We're probably on the road close to 200 days a year. That's not including travel. So, add maybe, 20, 30, 40 more days in there. It's not going to make much of a difference. It's been a pretty busy couple of years for me.
Speaking of, being busy and spending 200 days plus on the road, you've been compared to a modern day Ric Flair. On that topic, how does that guy keep going? I mean, is he as much of a lunatic behind the scenes as he appears on TV?
I wouldn't say lunatic.
I mean in a loving way.
I get you. But no, Ric Flair is he's a pro. I mean, it's one of those things. He's been in this business 30 plus years. It's in his blood. He's, in my opinion, one of the pioneers of this business, and we're really happy to have him around. That's for sure. He's taught a lot of us, including myself, a lot. And it was real cool to be by his side as a part of Fortune. And when we toured England last year, he actually managed James and I on every show. So that was really cool. And he really mentored us, not just on TV, but behind the scenes as well. And was one of the guys that came up and shook my hand and everything, and congratulated me last week when I won the title. So that was a real special moment for me. But it's great to have Rick around.
We'll say, since the start of 2010, we'll see a lot of new big names come into the company. Who was the most important to you to have come into the company?
In the recent year?
Yeah.
Obviously, the return of Jeff Hardy is pretty important, I think. Jeff has had a rough couple of years, but he's such a huge name and such an important piece to the puzzle here in this company. And to have him back to the old Jeff Hardy, just literally, it's such a huge change, and you can see it in his eyes. He's got the urge to go out there and wrestle, and I think he's got the desire to go out there and perform. And literally, I mean, he's back to the Jeff Hardy of old, I think, and that's a great thing for us, and especially it's great for Jeff to be able to escape his demons and come back in full swing and be part of this company and want to be a part of this company.
Now that Jeff is back, not to focus on him too much, but now that he is back, the title's not going to change again, is it?
Not if I can have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Like if that's if you can only have one goal for 2012, please be that the title does not change back.
Well, I'm hoping to hang on to this title for quite some time, but I tell you what, if I have an opportunity to go in there and main event a pay-per-view or a live event for that matter against Jeff Hardy, I think him and I would have a hell of a match, and I'm looking forward to that opportunity. I'm sure he is as well.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a good match. I do have one, actually probably have a couple of really serious questions for you. The first one being, when do the Muppets make their appearance on TNA?
Well, I know they made an appearance on WWE TV.
Yep.
So I'm guessing probably never.
Fair enough. It's kind of like that, is it? It's one or the other. You can't have a foot in both camps.
Oh, no, I mean, honestly, I think, we have one program a week. WWE has, a couple, numerous programs where they can bring in stuff like that and have fun. We really want to focus. We have 2 hours of television, every week, and we need to focus on what's important, and that's developing our characters, developing our storylines, and giving, wrestling fans wrestling. And I think that's more important right now than bringing in guest stars and, Muppets. We had, of course, from the Jersey Shore, but we've worked with people from the Jersey Shore before, and, it's fun to bring those guys in every once in a while, but I don't foresee any Muppets or anything like that coming on our show anytime soon.
Okay, cool. That's actually, that's the answer we wanted. We didn't want next week. It would have been very upsetting.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah, with the, the internet, how it is full of rumors and things like that. Because you mentioned the Jersey Shore guys. They've been saying that, Ron's on a I can't use words. Developmental. That's the one. Contract. Is there any truth to that whatsoever?
I don't even think Impact Wrestling has developmental contracts to give out.
Lies.
I'm not sure where we have a place to develop them, to be honest with you. As far as I know, it was just a one-shot deal, and that's all I can say about that. I don't know much more about that.
How much attention do you pay to the internet and all the news and rumor sites for the wrestling?
Not very much, to be honest with you. It is what it is, and some people get kicks out of it. To me, they're rumors, and I mean, there's some truth to it, obviously. I mean, some of those things, but a lot of them are just rumors, and when the rumors get spread, the lies become bigger and bigger and bigger, and get blown out of proportion. And it's not just the wrestling business that has to deal with the internet. It's a lot of different entertainment industries that have to deal with it as well. So, it's one of those things that either you can read into it and believe it, or choose not to. And I just most of the time choose not to.
Yeah. Wrestlers with Twitters, is that a good idea or a bad idea?
Twitter?
Yeah.
I don't tweet. I don't know. It's one of those things. I take what I do very seriously, and you could say I'm old school and old-fashioned, but I prefer not to Facebook and chat with fans or let fans in on what I'm doing on my personal time. So that's just me.
Speaking of old school, I was, again, perusing the internet and looking at some Google image pictures. Can we break down a wall here and definitively say that you share some genes with Rick Rude?
Possibility.
Because I got there, I got my little paint out, I put the mustache on you, and I was like, holy shit, it's the same guy.
Well, you never know. I don't know. Somewhere down the line, there's a possibility, that's for sure.
You do realize the's going to be, on the news, wrestling news sites, Rick Rude.
Yeah, rumor confirmed.
Bobby Roode's father.
Well, I cannot, he's definitely not my father. Even though a lot of people have still believe and still walk up to me and say that they love my dad. And I always say, okay, I'll let them know. But seriously, I don't believe I'm related, but there is some similarities in features and stuff like that, which is very odd to me. But, you never know. Maybe down the line somewhere there was something happened. I don't know. Haven't really looked into it, but maybe I should. Hey,
there's worse people you could look like. I mean, the guy had ravishing in his name.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us about Saturday, man. What should fans expect when they go there? Oh,
Saturday night should be a lot of fun. Down at the Hard Rock Cafe, it's a viewing party, and of course, it's a huge night for me because it's all over the world now. But I win my first world heavyweight title on that show against James Storm. It's actually a great show. It's a lot of stuff goes on in this taping. So Fuel TV, it'll be aired Saturday night, 8:30. It's a private viewing party. at the Hard Rock Hotel, or the Hard Rock Cafe, sorry, down here in Sydney, and I will be there with my world title and looking to have a lot of fun with the fans here down in Australia.
Are you going anywhere else in Australia, or are you just staying in Sydney?
I believe I'm just going to be around Sydney tomorrow. I believe I'm doing I'm going down to a zoo to do some photos and a meet and greet and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a bridge climb one day. I'm going down to Bondi Beach one day. So I got a full docket, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We've seen some big changes in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, you're getting your first world title reign, and we've seen Fortune kind of go away. Beer Money definitively gone away. What's 2012 hold for you?
2012. I mean, honestly, if you're to me, it's going to probably. I'm hoping to be my most successful year in the business. Right now is just the beginning as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of different matches that can be put together out there with myself in the main event spot now, and carrying the title is something that I've always wanted to do, and I look forward to doing it for quite some time. So I'm thinking that 2012 is going to be a huge year for me.
Now, just one last question, Bobby, before we go. Was it your decision to use the beer bottle and become a heel?
Maybe.
You can hear it in his voice. He's got pent-up anger. It's just been waiting, hasn't it?
It's one of those things. I'm in my. I guess you could say I'm in my sweet spot right now. I'm back as a heel. I feel like I'm much better as a heel. The match. I mean, you got to watch it Saturday night. It's a great match. I'm really proud of it, and for many different reasons. But it's one of those things. It was business. Call me selfish, but I'm proud of it.
Well, there you go. Make sure you get on down to the first ever Australian TNA fan party, where you'll get the chance to see TNA World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode. If you haven't already, like the Australian TNA Facebook page at facebook.com/Impact Wrestling AUS. And for all your Impact Wrestling goodness, catch Impact Wrestling on Fuel TV every Saturday night from 8:30. Once again, Bobby, thanks for your time, mate, and good luck for Saturday.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Bobby.
Catch you later, man.